Howdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to Where's My Pants? The show where we try to find pants for Mayor Lewis.
He doesn't like it when we find him, though. Something
Nope.
about that guy.
He's a narcissist. And by the fact that we've met his requirement, we have shamed him and taking the attention away from him. I know nothing about psychology, so that's probably very inaccurate to what narcissists actually are like.
I actually have so many years of experience of having a psyche, so I'm kind of an expert.
Wow. Congratulations on having a psyche. That's big.
Yeah. Yeah, not many life forms do. Comparatively.
What defines a psyche? Is it more than self-awareness?
I think it's mostly self-awareness. I'm actually not sure, though. I haven't gotten that far in my expertise of having a psyche.
That's okay.
Jared, I've been listening to a really cool podcast. Except I just realized I don't know the name of it, so that's not good to talk about.
That's okay.
Let me see if I can find the name of it in a second after I ask Robin to upgrade our barn. I almost asked her to upgrade our cabin again. That would have been so embarrassing.
We do need it. We got to get a basement at some point. Because apparently a dedicated building for making wine is not as good as a basement. Berkeley has requested construction of a big barn. Speaking of a big barn, I'm trying to figure out how to afford a house right now. And I have come across the absolutely wild concept of building a barn exterior because it's pretty affordable and people figured out how to turn that into buildings of all sorts of different sizes in a factory and then drive it out and put it up pretty fast.
Whoa.
And then finish the inside myself like a normal house.
That's wild.
It is pretty wild. I'm still not sure that it's the right move, but they call them barn dominiums, like yeah, like condominium
Amazing.
plus barn. And or barndo for short. And
That's like my favorite author, Barndo Sarndo.
Barndo Sarndo. If you watch videos about barn dominiums on YouTube, you will see some of the most redneck living spaces you have ever seen. And to be honest, I'm not mad about that. Some of them are pretty darn nice. A lot nicer than anyone that I could afford to build. So I'm looking into like what it would take to build the shell of the barndo and then finish the inside to somewhat of a livable standard and then slowly build out the rest myself over time. And it's a little overwhelming because I have never worked construction. I don't know how to do any of it.
Yeah, would they like have to do plumbing and electrical and everything?
Yep.
I imagine. Well, if you choose to go that route, let me know. That would be cool to hear your journey.
Yeah, I will definitely be sharing pictures and complaining profusely if I end up doing it. Did you find the name of the podcast, Berkeley?
I did. I don't think anyone's here yet, so I'm going to just wait a little bit before I start talking about interesting things.
Okay, that's totally fair.
If you're watching on YouTube, we started like 10 minutes early today.
Which is, kind of a nice change. Our audience was giving us some crap for being late, and so now we've decided that we will be consistently early.
Yep. Or even better, inconsistently early.
Inconsistently early. Early by an inconsistent amount.
Hmm. Okay, it is almost 3 and I have not started my chores yet, so we'll see how this goes today.
I believe in you.
Necessity is the mother of making new ideas. Ugh. We need a better way to say that.
Necessity is the mother of cogitation.
There we go.
Nope. It's still
Is that
bad.
like cognition?
I think I think it's pretty similar. To cogitate is to think on something,
Oh.
but if I were to define cognition, it would be like the same, though. So
And someday we should make a fence for all these animals, and then they would be in one spot instead of every spot.
ooh, that would probably make the truffle gathering much easier.
Yeah, for sure.
What does it take to make a fence? Is it a hardwood item?
No, it's just wood, but we haven't done it yet because it's like a lot of upkeep and like you have to keep rebuilding the fences. Um, and also, I think weeds can destroy them. But I think we've got enough resources now that we can handle that. And all our pigs are mad today. I swear I fed them yesterday.
They probably saw the new barn going up and they were upset that they would soon be joined by even more pig.
That makes sense, I guess.
Does it? I don't know.
Pig psychology is beyond me.
Pig psychology, like I'm barely at human psychology. I don't know if I have space in my life for pig psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any point to the wizard besides helping you talk to the Junimos?
Um, he's got another little mini quest where you have to like reconcile with his ex or something.
Oh yeah, the goblin dude. I forgot about him. That's not the X, but he's like blocking the path.
Hmm. Howdy, Susie Moo. We started early. Ah, we had a keg here that wasn't doing anything. How
Whoa.
could I?
I just got a book called The Monster Compendium,
Whoa.
and it came from a slime I killed. That's pretty interesting.
Does it tell you every flavor of energy drink?
Yeah, that's definitely what it should do. White flavor, green flavor. Uh, I don't know any other flavors.
So the first time I played Stardew Valley and I got to a day when there was berries on all the bushes, I got so excited and I spent all day collecting them. And then I think it gives you berries like 3 days in a row. So I spent the next 2 days also just collecting berries all day. and then I sold them and realized that it was a horrible use of time.
Yes.
So then after that, I still went crazy collecting all the berries, but then I just used that as my only food source. But now that I've got foraging level 10 and every berry I pick up is purple quality, we're going to try that original strategy again of picking them and selling them.
Oh,
See,
interesting. Yeah, how
see what
valuable they actually
happens.
are. Nice. I think I only started picking berries when I was able to make preserves or jam. I don't know what this game calls that. And I didn't have enough resources to make a lot of the tool that you need to actually do that. And so I spent the next year like slowly working through my berries one at a time. And I was pretty disappointed in myself. Or, whoa, cutscene.
Mm.
It's Maru with a telescope. I've snuck up on her. Jared, I'm surprised to see you here so late.
Oh,
The night sky looks amazing right now. Come over here. I want to show you something. This is where Maru kills me and
ooh.
turns me into a robot. Here, take a peek. What do you see? A beautiful planet or a cold, dark abyss? A beautiful planet, of course. It's amazing, isn't it? By the time any of these stars are visited, you and I will be long gone. Bold of you to assume time is linear. I guess that the trouble with being human, huh? Jared, never mind. Here, let me show you a binary star system. What kind of telescope do we have here? Do we have a freaking observatory? I don't know that that's something you can observe with just your simple 3-foot bought it at Target telescope.
Meg says smoocher. It's important.
That's not one of the options.
Press E to smooch.
It did nothing. I tried.
Dang it.
What a beautiful night. Maru showed me something new. I had never looked at the night sky before in my entire life. Oh no. Oh no. Quickly, I'm not making it home. That cutscene really screwed me over.
Ooh, yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm
Oh,
going
Meg
into the
says that now that
mines.
you've gotten that scene, you can buy her a bouquet if you want to date her.
Ah. That's how my real life dating worked too. I knew that Maya and I were gonna get together when I had the cutscene.
Mm-hmm. Meg says sorry she's late. She was in an important cutscene about smutty literature. I have no response to that.
In Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate does have some smutty literature, but I don't think it has any cutscenes about smutty literature. Okay, I made 2,000 gold from selling blackberries and 15,000 gold from selling truffles. So I think I'm going to stick to not running around picking up berries.
Yeah, it's almost like the value of something goes down when there's a lot of it.
Oh.
Like
So you're saying I should wait until my competitors sell all of theirs and then go crazy.
Yeah, I think what I'm suggesting is that you go around destroying all the berries except for one and then sell that one
Whoa.
berry.
Okay. What if I have most of the berries? Does that still work?
No.
I think that's what Warner Bros. Does with movies. Meg says Baldur's Gate 3 has banter about smutty literature. Shadowheart and Will quote it to each other. I forgot about that. I don't think I've ever had Shadowheart and Will in my party together.
I forgot to read my book, Monster Compendium, that fell out of a slime I killed.
Whoa.
Let's read it. I have
I like how
learned...
it's got a... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've learned a new power. I don't know what the power is because I didn't look at the description. How do I find out? Oh, monsters have a small chance to drop double loot. Very nice.
Ooh, that's cool.
Do truffles stay on the farm overnight?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just at the turn of the season that they do not.
Okay. Man, I don't know if you guys can hear this soundtrack right now, but I'm really digging whatever this song is. It's very contemplative and melancholy. And it reminds me a little bit of some of the super old CD-ROM games that I used to play on the computer back in like 2005. They were all like learning games. And they had soundtracks like this.
Okay, Megan says it was a very... So her smutty literature cutscene. It was a very gruff, harsh character in Dragon Age who was reading smut, and I got to tease her about it. It was awesome.
Ah.
Oh, she says the pigs might be angry because they can't get into the barn very well?
Oh, do I need to blow up some obstacles?
Maybe.
Okay. I found out that you can buy bombs directly from the dwarf. I don't know if it's the most economic way to do it. They're charging $4.50 a bomb.
It's... Oh, Meg says debris blocking the door and one of the doors is closed. Yeah, the one that's closed doesn't have any pigs in it yet. We're still getting it upgraded. It was gold quality ancient fruit that we need, right?
Correct.
How many of them?
5.
Okay. I have 1.
Okay.
Less than 5.
That's
but
a good
more
start.
than 0.
Yep, 20%.
So Jared and I were trying to like talk about goals, what to do next in this game, because we've kind of just been cranking on money and friendship so far for a while. So we're also gonna try to work on the Joja bundle again. I don't think that's what it's actually called, but the bundle that's in the Joja Mart. And also like focus on hardwood again, I think. I don't know, but friendship. Oh, and skills. I'm going to work on getting my combat and mining skill all the way up to level 10. Unless, Jared, if you're interested in getting farming and foraging up to level 10, I think you probably already have mining and fishing, right?
Let me see. Nope, I have only fishing. Combat is level 9. Everything else is pretty low. Mining is 7, foraging 7, and farming 3. So you're much closer.
Okay. Cool, yeah. I'm going to try to get all 5 skills up to level 10.
And I'm going to try not to get in Berkeley's way. I love how when you run into people in this game, they just kind of shake with fury.
It's
excellent.
Great.
Where does Mayor Lewis go during the day?
I'm not sure. What was the name of that super in history class we learned about some club where all the politicians would go to like take orders from the local mob or something like that.
Oh yeah, what is it like? Tammany Hall.
Yeah, Tammany
Yeah,
Hall. That's where Mayor Lewis is all day.
nice. Getting orders from the Irish mob or something.
Yeah.
That's what we like. That's why we like it when Elon flies to Saudi Arabia. Mayor Lewis, if you are not at Marnie's house, I'm going to take your underwear and run it up the flagpole in town. Behold, I have acquired the underwear. Actually, Marnie's not here. Mayor Lewis isn't here. They've got to be together, right?
Is Shane there?
Shane
Hey,
was not
Shane,
there.
I've got your aunt's booze underwear. Do you want it?
Do you want it, Shane? Shane, look at me when I talk to you. Do you want it? Berkeley, I've been thinking about something. Oh, here's Mary Lewis. I found him. Never mind.
Oh,
Thoughts have
good.
been canceled. Now it's time to
Nice.
talk to Mary Lewis. Haha. Feel shame. Feel the shame. He's walking away even though he's talking to me. I've never seen that happen before. That was rude, Mayor Lewis. Very rude. Somebody needs to make a mod where you can buy the houses from people and it forces them to leave town. Because then I'd buy Mayor Lewis's house.
That would be really, really great mod. Okay, I'm a little discouraged about this mining XP because I just cleared out the whole quarry with bombs and it did not give me the level 2 mining that I was after.
Does it have to be in the mine?
I wonder, I'll be embarrassed if it does because I just used a lot of bombs. Well, 13 cherry bombs, not that much.
It was pretty slow, if I'm remembering correctly. There's a sign with a hot air balloon and an arrow. Oh, look, the book guy. What do we got? We've got Bait and Bobber. Read this to gain some fishing experience. Woodcutter's Weekly for foraging experience. Raccoon Journal, which makes weeds have a greater chance to yield mixed seeds. Way of the Wind Part 1. You run a little faster. Horse the Book. You gain a little extra speed when riding a horse. Old Slitherlegs. You will now run a lot faster through grass and crops. Okay, price catalog. We already have that one. Okay. Did any of those sound interesting to you, Berkeley?
I don't need any of those. If you're not at level 10 fishing, feel free to grab that one or any of the
Okay.
feet ones. The FEAT, that is. Megan just looked it up and double checked that you do get mining XP from using bombs on rocks. I knew that because a no tools run would have been impossible without that little quirk. So we are very grateful that that exists. We would not have been able to get the steady supply of bombs that we needed to get through the mines or to do any sort of farming on our farm if we hadn't been able to get mining XP from blowing stuff up.
Fair enough.
And it doesn't work with trees and foraging XP, which is why foraging level 10 was so hard to get. Susie Moo says Old Slitherlegs is amazing. Is an amazing quality of life book because walking faster is always nice.
True. Not to mention the name is 10 out of 10 epic.
It is a great name. I want to read a real book with that name now.
Oh, Slitherlegs. It was the legs of times, it was the slither of times.
You can tell by the way I do my walk. I'm Old Slitherlegs. That's it. That's the song.
If Barry Gibb had a talk show.
Megan says that was the name of the smut book her character was reading.
That's rough, buddy.
Hey, Megan, if you're still on the wiki, could you just double check if the quarry gives mining XP or if it's only the mines? Susie asks what we're saving our dollars for. Great question. We're saving it for all of the buildings that the wizard builds for you. The first one we're going to get is the golden clock because you might notice that our farm is super disorganized. We haven't like put up fences or put things in good spots at all. And that's because without tools, it has just been too expensive and too tedious to like keep the farm going. Weeds would just destroy everything we tried to do. So we're saving up for the golden clock so that we can not have weeds grow back and then just like once and for all clear out and organize our farm. I think that'll make it easier to do some of the stuff we want to do. Yeah, although by the time we do that, I think we'll kind of be at a point where we don't need money or efficiency very much anymore.
It'll look great.
It'll look great. And it'll give us some more breathing room. I think it'll make our chores more efficient so that we can keep up the passive income without spending quite as much time doing farm chores.
And really, I mean, breathing room is one of the great quests of my life in real life. So achieving it in the video game might bring me some sense of peace.
And then you can stop haunting this plane as a ghost like you have been doing.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you, Megan, for looking that up. She says that any rock should give you mining XP, even on the farm. Oh, I did get level 2 mining. I didn't notice the pop-up that tells you. Hee hee. That's embarrassing.
I have achieved level 8 foraging.
Nice.
Soon, I too will be allowed to pick up the truffles. Man, whose idea was it to buy this huge backpack? Now I have to manage like 3 different screens. Everything in my life is objectively worse with the advent of the big backpack.
Every day I look in this backpack and think, man, that's too much space.
Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension. Berkeley, stumps never go away from bomb blasts. Is that correct?
The big ones don't.
How do we get rid of them?
Tools.
Oh.
So I guess never.
So we're going to get the golden clock and everything except stumps will be gone.
And the big boulders as well.
Okay. Why is this little hardwood sapling not grown? It has been there for 3 seasons.
I wonder if it got struck by lightning or something. It sure looks dead to me.
I've cut it down.
Oh, Meg and Susie Moo are saying skill issue. I don't remember what that was about. I've got lots of skill issues. Oh, the backpack probably. My main skill issue is just being too skilled.
It doesn't really take skill to maneuver through it. It's just mentally tedious, you know? Like, basically my whole job in my real life is to maneuver through menus and software. And now I have to do it in the game too. Curse you, Megan in the chat.
Hey Jared, how'd you feel about going and bringing some wood and stone to Robin and begging her nicely to upgrade our barn?
Great. I have 459 wood and 109 stone to contribute.
I don't think that'll quite be enough. Maybe grab all that you can from the chests first.
Okay.
And if you don't have enough, you can just buy more from her.
Okay. I can do that.
You'll need 550 wood and 300 stone.
Excellent.
Meg says managing your stuff in inventory is like the second game hidden within Stardew. And for someone who likes Planet Craft, you sure are talking like you don't like organizing stuff.
Have you seen me play Planet Crafter? Most of my playtime is running around and looking at the far ruins.
Yeah, I am more of the organizer guy in that game, huh?
I have a mastermind behind every single achievement that we have in that game.
I have played through the whole thing twice, and you have played through it none times other than the one we're doing together. So.
True.
More like tired, old, boring mind than mastermind.
You know, as a young person, tired, old, and boring might have been an insulting list. But as somebody who's going to turn 30 very soon, that just feels like home.
Yeah, we're old and tired and boring.
And I'm here for it. I love it. Every day that's boring is another day that I didn't have tragedy strike. Shane, eat this apricot. You albino little man.
Are we gonna get canceled for that in 10 years?
Probably. Okay, Berkeley, I'm at Robin's place. What am I asking her to do? Upgrade?
Do construct farm buildings.
Okay.
And then some word that has barn that sounds like bigger than a big barn. Deluxe barn, yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Let's see. And then just build.
Makes us Deluve. The Deluve barn.
Deluve.
That reminds me, about the end of this stream, we're going to need, I don't remember how many, like 12 really good pig names. Deluve is definitely going to be one of them. Maybe 7 to 8 of them. But if we can come up with better names than Deluve, then we can name our pigs something better than Deluve. So just be thinking about that in the back of your mind.
Okay. I just got my first... No, not my first. I just got my first outdoor Sebastian cutscene. Apparently he owns a motorcycle, but he's parked it in such a way that he'll never be able to get it out of his garage.
Poor planning, Sebastian.
And the air has turned purple. Sebastian, have you drugged me? Okay, new theory. Sebastian is just a new iteration of the main character from the Tron remake.
Okay. Jeff Bridges' son?
Yes.
Sure wish I knew anyone's name from that movie.
Right?
Megan says, I make one typo in the chat and you all mock me. Yes, that is the purpose of chat. And E, my pixel husband, I love him. He's so cute. Well, he's gonna get stuck in the Tron. What's that place called? The Matrix.
Grid.
The Grid. That's
A
it.
digital
Wow,
frontier.
You even said it in Jeff Bridges' voice. I didn't know you could do that.
I tried to picture packets of information as they moved through the circuits. Were the circuits like freeways? I kept dreaming of a world I thought I'd never see. Until one day, I got in.
Let me tell you, as someone... Oh, go ahead.
I have listened to the Tron soundtrack many times because it is a great example of synthesis taken to its pinnacle. It's just, there's stuff they do on that album with gear that seems straightforward that I don't know how they did it, and I've tried for hours to recreate some stuff they did, and I'm impressed. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Berkeley?
Nice. Just as someone who does web development for a living, I imagine packets of internet or packages of information flowing through the internet every day. And I picture it less as motorcycles and more as like wet envelopes that are delivered by a catapult.
You know, so I had to learn about some of the different communication protocols for a job that I was doing for one of my internships. And the amount of like absolutely soul crushing detail put into making the systems we have not constantly lose information is amazing. But it kind of just makes me think of like dudes shouting at each other from the mountaintop, you know?
Yeah. And like, to be fair, shouting a million words a second. So like they've got that going for them.
They do have that.
But it's a little messy. When you're writing one computer program, you get to be like, I have all the data and all the information, and I know exactly what's going to happen. But as soon as you have to program anything connected to the internet, now with every little thing you do, you have to question, but what if this wasn't there? What if I didn't get it because my wet envelope didn't go far enough in the catapult?
Or fast enough, you know?
Or fast enough.
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for the people who figured it out. That's not something I think I have the patience for. But those folks are genius. And whoever thought of the checksum is very smart.
Yeah, lots of math and computers.
It's funny how that works.
To understand it. Funny how that works. Okay, speaking of science adjacent stuff. Oh, no, never mind. You go ahead.
I ran out of coal, but we're good. We're good. Problem solved.
Did you just make some?
Yeah, I found some in a chest, thankfully.
Sat on some loose carbon hard enough.
and it just popped right out. Yo, Jared's so fat, he sits on coal and it's diamonds when he stands back up.
Oh, that's true. That turns from coal to diamonds, not loose carbon to coal.
You know what? That's so funny that you said that because I didn't even process that. I think my middle school or elementary school humor center in my brain just churned out some words without the rest of me thinking about what they were. Berkeley, you were going to talk about science, though. You had a science thought.
I've just been listening to this really cool podcast. It's from Complexly. They're the people that make Crash Course. And the podcast is called, let me see. I think it's just called Complexly. No. Sorry. It's called Crash Course Pods, the Universe. And it is an astrophysicist, Dr. Katie Mack, talking with YA novel John Green, who you may know from the many, many things that he does. And John is just interviewing Dr. Mack about astronomy, basically. And so they start with the Big Bang and talk about different ways that could have looked like, and then just go through the next 15 billion years of universe history, and then the next no one knows how long of the future of the universe, and just talk about all kinds of crazy physics stuff. I really enjoyed it. It's been like a cool mix of information and just like emotional processing of the information. I think Dr. Mack and John Green both have a really healthy reverence about humanity that comes from their understanding of our place in the universe, which is not super significant. Anyway, I recommend it if you are at all interested in learning about science or feeling small but in a beautiful way.
Will you say the name again?
Yeah, Crash Course Pods, the Universe.
The Universe. Okay. So are they doing it on like a year by year basis?
Like going through the history of the universe?
Yeah.
So the first like 2 or 3 episodes cover the first half second of the universe because a lot happened. And then the next episode covers like the next 100 million years, and then the next episode covers like the next 10 billion years. And then they spend a while around where we are now. And then the last 2 episodes are like everything after now.
Oh, does that mean that it's complete?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, a mini series. It's like 13 episodes or something.
I think you said that and I just didn't process that. Oh, I forgot that you had to go to bed at night.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. me. Well, that sounds pretty cool. I am a huge Star Trek: The Next Generation fan, and exploring the universe is something that I hope humanity one day achieves. So that all the cool things that we've theorized about, maybe we can go and discover firsthand. But with the way that we understand physics right now, I've also heard that might not actually be possible, because things are moving apart from each other fast enough that there are parts of the universe that we could never reach even at light speed. Which I learned from a Kurzgesagt video, and it really bummed me out.
It is a bummer. Yeah, there's a whole episode of that podcast about how the universe is expanding, but it's like speeding up how it's expanding. which just like defies everything that we would have thought was possible 50 years ago. And that means that if it like keeps going in that direction, we don't know if it will go in that direction forever because we don't understand the mechanism that's making that happen. But if it does keep going forever, eventually no planets will be able to see stars outside of their own galaxy because every other galaxy will be moving away faster than the speed of light. And so light from those galaxies will never reach any other galaxy. Kind of crazy.
Which is like weirdly even more lonely than just being trapped in a solar system is. Because we know that there's more out there, but we also know that eventually it will be impossible to even receive information about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's functionally does not exist. And that will be the vast, vast, vast majority of the universe, which is wild to me. And it's kind of a weird thing to realize about my own psyche, that is even, that I can process that enough to be bummed out about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like humans will almost certainly not survive long enough to see that. But like if we did, you could have a world where stars is just something that you can read about historically, like not something that people would have any verifiable evidence of.
It's just a past event.
Yeah.
And that's sad, man. So that part of me hopes that we'll figure out how to manipulate space or time to circumvent that eventuality. If we do survive that long, like you said, it's a slim chance, but somebody needs to invent a holodeck, and if we don't get to space, then the holodeck will never exist. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, before the stream I was talking big game about how I thought we could make our farm more efficient and not have as many chores to do. That was wishful thinking. I am just doing my best and there's so much to do every day. But I do have 5 golden ancient fruit for you.
Excellent. I can come get them from you, or if you are out and about, you could put them in the chest by the community center.
I've got them in the chest right in front of our house. So
Great.
I'll just let you pick that up next time you're here.
Perfect.
Do you have all of our wood with you?
Yes.
Okay. We've got another oak resin to make another chest or another keg, but we don't have any bars. Need a copper and an iron bar for that as well. Never mind, no rush.
I'll be there before you can say Jiminy, Liminy, Sliminy, Criminy, Slithery, Dickory Dock. The man ran out the clock. So, Okay, I'm here.
Well, I guess that's true because I refuse to say that.
All right. I will put all the wood in the chest on the porch, and I will take the ancient thing, and here's some coal also so you can smelt bars.
Thank you.
My whole life has become wandering around town with fruit and offering it to people until they refuse me. And it kind of makes me wonder if this is what it's like to be a grandparent. All right, it's time to figure out how to catch a void salmon.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing we were going to do to progress, is try to catch all the fish.
How to catch void salmon. It's a corrupted fish that can only be caught with a fishing rod in the witch's swamp, which is only available after completing the Dark Talisman quest for the wizard. Okay. I remember going to the swamp and some goblin dude telling me to get out of there, but I don't remember what the outcome of that was. Maybe my quest log will tell me. Let's take a look here. Goblin. I need to find more information about goblins. Okay, let's go to the library. That probably will have more information. What do we got? A missing book. Looks like just tons of missing books. Farming tips. Okay, so we have almost no books. Bummer.
Oh, yeah, you know why? Because you need a
Why?
hoe to get books. And that's a tool.
Interesting. Okay, so
I think we're out of luck on books.
let's see if there's another way here. I need to give him void mayonnaise.
Oh, we can make that.
I just got some out of the mayonnaise machine.
Hey, that's mine.
Well,
Just kidding.
not anymore. Do you think you could make alcohol from mayonnaise?
Yuck. I think we've talked about that on the stream, maybe. I wouldn't have thought so, but I've seen that video of the guy that makes it out of like Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
So I clearly don't understand where alcohol comes from.
Well, it seems like anything with enough sugar and water activity. Well, not anything. I suppose like you couldn't turn iron dust into alcohol. You have to have some sort of organic compound.
Megan in the chat says Mountain Dew has fruit flavors, liquid. They should use that in their next advertising campaign.
Mountain Dew Deluve. Now featuring fruit flavors and liquid.
Do the do Deluve.
that was pretty good.
Thanks. Jared, look how much money we're making.
That's insane.
I'm so happy.
How did this happen? Truffles. Wow.
Truffles and wine.
And
truffles
one
and wine.
rusty spoon.
One rusty spoon.
Perfect. Dang. That's pretty wild. $100,000 has been broken in one day. All right, it's time to go force a goblin to eat void mayonnaise.
That might not be ethical.
Does ethics apply to goblins?
Good point. They do not. Susie Moo's written a helpful equation in the chat. Truffs equals dollars.
Thank you. Now we know what truffs are worth.
How much truff would a wood truff cuff if a wood truff cuff truff would? That's my question.
We may never know. Concerned Ape, if you're watching this, I would really like to be able to walk along all of the train tracks to get to where the train cart can go.
It just takes you to this back room.
Just a liminal
Monsters
space.
Inc. style.
I like that. Oof, that tunnel opening sprite is looking a little funky. I guess you can't do everything. All right, here we are. Void mayonnaise for the goblin. He says, sniff, sniff, thanks. That smell, I can't resist. Give me that. And then he stuck his tongue out and did the little hand thing. Great. Now I'm going to follow him into his house because I want to see more of that, apparently. I have stolen Wizard's Lost Magic ink from him. I have also stepped on a portal and I am now in... whoa, a place where I can change my appearance. And I've climbed a ladder back to the wizard's house. All right. Wizard wants to know if we saw his ex-wife. Nope. And did we see her house? I don't know. Wants to know if she lives alone.
Did she ask about me?
Exactly.
Did you seem happy?
He's down bad.
Megan says every divorced couple has portals to each other's lairs in the basement.
It doesn't seem healthy.
Okay, well, Jared goes through this cutscene. I need chat to get their typing fingers ready because we're about to name 12 pigs as soon as Jared's cutscene is over.
Okay, so cutscene is over. Berkeley, would you like me to buy you a Junimo hut?
Hey, that could help. Does it say if it picks up truffles?
It doesn't. It says it will harvest crops around the hut for you.
Oh, we don't really have crops, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay, we're actually closing in on several of those magical buildings. Let me see if the Junimo hut will pick up truffles.
Okay. Chat, I need your names. I'm gonna name one Deluve, and I'm just gonna keep naming them Deluve until I get other names.
I would like one to be named Napoleon, if possible.
Okay. Okay, Napoleon. Oh, I don't know how to spell that. Maybe I do. We'll see. Okay, we've got Bella, Edward, Jacob, Charlie.
Oh boy. It's twilight time. That reminds me, this is a little bit random, sorry, but I recently rewatched High School Musical for the first time as an adult, and it's actually pretty darn funny. I don't think it's supposed to be funny, but it really, I had a good time, and it was pretty funny. So, if you're in the mood for a corny movie that is funny because it's bad, I recommend High School Musical.
Nice. I remember watching those a little more often than I wanted to because that was what my siblings were interested in watching. And so I got like the unironic original appreciation and then the ironic appreciation. It's good to have both. It's important.
It is. It is. And that's, for me, that's what Twilight is. That's how it was connected. Twilight is a movie that is funny because it's bad. And it's fascinating to see how much Marvel movies have changed cinema, because if the Twilight films were made again, I think they would be made much better, because Marvel kind of figured out the supernatural recipe, especially in the production side of things. Anyways, that's all for me. Did you get the names you needed?
Yes, thank you, chat, for all of the name ideas. I'm going as fast as I can.
Okay.
How would High School Musical have been different if it had come out after Marvel?
Oh, well, I think that shows today targeted at the same audience are a little bit, they tend to be darker, and I think they tend to be less naive about the concerns and experiences of teenagers and preteens. And so I think it would probably be grittier, instead of like, I want to be basketball guy and music guy. I want to be math girl and music girl, and we can all be that together. I think it would be a little bit more nuanced in terms of like the messaging, and it might be a little more gritty in terms of the setting, because both of the main characters live in essentially mansions. It's not clear what the parents do. One of the parents is a basketball coach. That's all I'm aware of. And like, sorry, the movie starts with I think the character's name is Isabella. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's Troy and Isabella. Isabella's mom gets transferred to a new office for work, and then the next time you see them, they're like fully moved into this beautiful mansion home, and there's no stress there. It's just it happened. It's magically happened, and everything's fine. I didn't have a life before this. I never talk about my old friends. I don't know. I think I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, I think it would be a little bit darker.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, we ended up with Euphoria and 13 Reasons Why. Maybe High School Musical would have taken us more steps more that direction earlier in an alternate universe. Okay, Megan in the chat wants me to say some things. Okay, I'm gonna start by reading her High School Musical opinions, and then I'm gonna talk about our pig names because it's important to me.
Okay.
She says, "Sure, it was your siblings watching. We all believe that." I did genuinely enjoy it the first few times I saw each of the movies, and then there were many times after that. High School Musical, the series, came out after Marvel, and it was a show and just as good cheesy as the OG movies. Leave Marvel out of this. Until you learn the main character's name, no opinion on the movie. Thank you. Those are valid opinions.
Well,
And
you're not welcome. That's all.
Let me I'm just gonna go down the whole list of all of our animal names because I love it and I think it shows a good journey. So our first animal that we ever acquired was a dog named Not a Tool. We've got chickens: Dean, Evil Abed, Winger, Troy, cow named Thor, dinosaurs named Spacetime, Pierce, and Starburns, a duck named Britta, a goat called Cassian. Remember when Andor came out and we were so
It was a great
enamored?
Great.
It's a great show. And then we've got pigs named Greasy Gus, a ton of pigs, Buttload, Mert, Quality Bob with 2 B's, 2,000 kilograms, Willie's Blob, Crap Ton, Willie's Clothes, a metric ton. And now, as of today, we have pigs named Deluve, Napoleon, Bella, Edward, Jacob, Pigatha, Piguana, Pig Noble, Pignasius, Piggy Pop, Pignasius Rock, and Pignor, and finally a rabbit named Professorson.
Wow.
Thank you, chat. That was a wonderful exercise, and I think we nailed it.
Wow. I am speechless. That's very impressive. Well, good work, chat.
Oh man, I did one of them wrong. It was supposed to be Pigneus Rock, not Pignasius Rock. Bad news. I named it Pignasius Rock. No, you're right. It was Pigneus Rock. You said that in the chat, and I said that to Marnie. Pigneus Rock, like igneous.
Good luck getting through the dog.
Dog. Well, we're sleeping on the same side tonight.
we're double-decker side sleepers. Brutal.
Okay, the worst part about having a solely pig-based economy is days that it rains.
True.
We will rebuild.
Do you think slime ranching would be profitable? Are slime resources technically forageables?
I'm not sure. We should look into that. Well, it is that time again. Do you want to do a little quick look-see around the farm? I guess things haven't really changed.
This is our farm. We have so many pigs, and we're going to continue to engage in pig proliferation. We will not sign the pig containment treaty. We will continue to develop and weaponize pigs as fast as we can. And yes, it will make the world safer. And yes, we're doing this to support the great glory of anti-tools.
The only way to... I'm not going to go there. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Twitch or YouTube, you can find our link tree in the About section of our bio if you're on Twitch, or the description of this video if you are on YouTube. And we also have a link to our Discord there. Anyone can join, anyone can come and share their opinions, and we would love to hear them. Please share your favorite media, your favorite geopolitical takes, and anything in between. Or not in between. Out and
away.
Out and away, as the saying goes. I was trying to take the word between and replace the word in with out, and then I just kept realizing over and over again that the word in is not in the word between. So that is what
Infinite
happened there.
recursion. That's rough.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. We love chatting with you all and gaming with you all, and we love taking down Big Tool. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.